Yeah, as you watch them throughout the course of the season, they were generating a lot of explosives, and they were able to just overwhelm people through the explosive play. And so that was a point of emphasis. If we could keep everything in front, not let them get behind us, see if we can fit the run game, make them put together long drives. That was the plan, but unfortunately we weren't able to execute the plan today.
What was going through emotionally for you pre-game and
Yeah.
as lead up to kickoff and everything surrounding the strategy?
Truthfully, there wasn't like a ton of just emotion. To me, it's another game. It was great to see people before the game, but as I told the guys last night, my job is to stay focused, to focus on being the best version of myself, so that I could help this football team. And unfortunately, I got to do a better job because I didn't quite have them ready to go execute at a high level today. So it's nice to see people, but for me, the objective was to come down here and try to find a way to win a football game. And unfortunately, we weren't able to get that done.
A lot of changes in the secondary with Mentorship introducing Spurs. That's like a matchup decision that you guys saw some of them.
Yeah, just really trying to get our best personnel on the field, right? And we feel like with five DBs, he's in that top group of five. So it's really just trying to find a way to get him on the field, as opposed to having him roll in at corner. We can get him in at nickel, and then if we need to make the switch. If he needs a sub or somebody else, a corner goes down, he can go back to corner, and then we can sub in after that.
Hey Tony, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Did did you see enough things that you could take away out of this game that you guys can teach from,
Oh, yeah.
learn from, to build on going forward?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of things, and every opportunity is a learning opportunity. The ones that you don't necessarily like are the ones that hurt the worst, but you also know too the ones that hurt the worst usually there's the most growth. So our guys will grow from this. It's a great opportunity for us to learn kind of what progress we've made, and then the areas where we truly need to make more progress. I knew this was going to be one of those type of games where we get to truly evaluate, where we are as a program. And today we got to see that, and we'll own it. We'll go back to work. The thing about this sport is, man, we don't have much time to sit there and feel sorry for ourselves. We got a good North Carolina team that's coming off a bye week, coming into to our house, and we got some objectives and goals still set for this season. That's what we got to focus on.
Greg?
Woody's touchdown catch after Cam's interception. How excited you guys were to capitalize on the turnover and
Yeah.
the lead?
And that's what I was proud of the guys, but also an opportunity for us to learn, right? You got to learn how to play with the lead, right? I think that's an area where we're going to learn to get better, especially in an environment like this, right? You got to learn to play with a lead, and what that means is just forget it. Like it's 0-0, focus play after play. And so, proud that they were able to come in and get off to a good start and take a lead, but also an opportunity for us to grow and learn.
Jeff?
It was 41-17 when Musket and those guys came in, but they get those two late touchdowns. What is the benefit of that going forward? To the game?
Yeah, just reps. I mean, guys get reps, and then also too just confidence for Tony to be ready. In those situations, guys still battling, right? That's what I was taught. By the group on the other side here is, man, you never stop playing. Doesn't matter what the score is. So we talk about competitive stamina. We talk about finishing in the fourth quarter. So it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. You just continue to play, and so that'll be a positive that we can build off of. So you saw, bits and pieces of the DNA that we're trying to establish and create as a program, but you also saw some areas where we're just not quite there yet, and that's my job as a head coach to figure out what to do in order to get us over that hump.
Yeah, that was Musket's fifth game this season. That's something you guys were talking about going in.
Yeah. So I had talked to Musket and asked him this week. I said, kind of what are your what's your thought process? Are you planning on trying to save this year for an additional year? And he said, man, 5 years of college football is enough for me. And he said that really at the front end. So nothing has changed in his mind. I just wanted to make sure. I think in fairness to him, for all that he's done for the program, I needed to ask that question. But he was like, nah, coach, this is it for me. I'm rolling. I'm whatever role I got, I'm gonna do the best that I possibly can to help this football team.
Question in the back there.
Coach, you weren't only coming back, there was such a warm welcome, the fans were screaming, we love you, Tony, and all that. How would you describe your relationship with Gabbo after
Oh, it's gone from kind of like father son to it's still. I mean, it's a great relationship, and just super happy for him and the direction that they're headed, and grateful for all that he's taught me and helping me be prepared to kind of step into this role, and still mentoring me to this day. And I love Miss Kath, and she's the real rock star, Miss Kath, and great to see Clay, Will, and Drew. Those guys were little when I first met Coach, and so it's a long-lasting relationship that is kind of it's gone through different periods and different shapes. But he's one of the best in the business, as a coach, but also one of the best human beings. And I'm just very fortunate to have had a chance to learn a lot from him, and had a chance to go compete. And like I thought, like he wasn't gonna take it easy on me. He wasn't gonna take it easy on us. Man, he's gonna do what he does, and as he prepares his football teams to go finish and to go win and to not only win but to try and dominate.
Coach Tony, that first half it looked like you guys did a bunch to stay in the game, keep it close. Things got away from you a little bit in the third quarter. What did you see in there?
Yeah, I mean it's I've been on the other side for a long time too, right? So I kind of know the formula, right? That's generally what happens, right? It's a few plays or a few mistakes by the opponent, then they capitalize, and before you know it, like they've jumped on you, and you're like, whoa, what just happened? Because it happens so fast, right? So that's why every play is critical. Man, every play could be the break in the game. You never know when it's coming, and the third quarter was kind of the break in the game. They made some plays, we made some mistakes, we didn't make some plays, and then before you know it, you're chasing a couple scores, and chasing a couple scores versus that team at home is very difficult.
What did you see on that play work against Smiley?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but I did look at the video, and it looked like maybe as Tristan was trying to get up, he might have stepped on his leg a little bit and then stepped over him. And I think just unacceptable for Ben to react that way. And talk to him in the locker room. He's very remorseful. He knows that's not truly a reflection of his character. There's nobody in that locker room that wants to win more than Ben Smiley. He's been here for 5 years, but he understands, and the team understands that we're not going to respond that way. Right? That's not who we are. That's not how we play the game. That's not how I coach the game. And he'll take accountability for it, and we'll learn, we'll grow, and we'll move on.
Just two more questions.
Hey, Tony, I know you said there weren't a ton of emotions, but seeing CJ being
Yeah.
promoted to the Ring of Honor, how special was that?
Yeah, that probably was the highlight to see that, because, really, truth be told, like CJ's the reason that a lot of us, had an opportunity. I was here when Sweeney first got here, and and then kind of went through the transition. But Coach is probably not where he's at without CJ, right? And then if Coach is not where he's at, then I'm not a part of the organization in the capacity that I was. So that was probably the coolest moment and the highlight, just to see him, because he's such a humble, quiet guy. Man, wants no credit. As great of a player, I mean, we're talking about a college football Hall of Famer. You never know it if you just met him and you didn't know who he was. He's just so humble, such a deserving guy. Doesn't want the recognition, but has done everything the right way and deserves the recognition. So it's just good to see him have his name up there forever.
Official, Jackie.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be week to week. He tried to practice a little bit this week, and still just a little bit too much pain. So we're hopefully these last couple of days off and tomorrow off, and we get him back going next week, and hopefully he'll be ready to go. So we don't anticipate it being the long term. We're thinking it's going to be week to week.